contact details all in one window.
I have Laura here just in case we have any questions for the accounts receivable request. So she's in my office right now.
Okay.
Okay.
If anyone need more details about what this request is about.
Right.
Is this something we would eventually use Salesforce for?
Well, this was made by accounts receivable and sales, and so I'm not opposed to this. I mean, well, sales may not use it if we can move them over to Salesforce 100%, but I'm not opposed to accounts receivable having this. I agree that the contact view is very limiting and not very user friendly in SAP, so it might be something good.
Okay, so we can move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, the next one was a UDF and with a formatted search on sales orders to use credits on web orders. So apparently some of your web orders are entered where a customer wants to use a credit on account. And apparently that information does come over in the file. When the order comes over, we can create a UDF on the sales order called credit on account with valid values of yes and no, and have a formatted search to look at the activity that is created for the web order. So if there's a web order, apparently there's an activity that's automatically created, and that information is on the activity. So we would search the activity for the information, whether we want to flip the flag to yes or no for credit on account. And then that way it would help AR when they're doing the invoicing so that they could make sure that they get a credit applied to that AR invoice when they're doing the invoicing.
Especially it's like when there's credit card. It's like because some people they have a credit on their account, but in fact instead of using that credit, we run the full amount. So that is the biggest concern on this credit on account. So basically, tool is just let us have a better view of who has credit on the account before we run.
Right. A lot of them are being missed right now, from what I understand.
Yes, well, I've heard that. I don't know.
But is that if we do this, do we have some specific criteria when we put an activities down, like what keywords we need to use to pull it?
The activity's all the same.
You were unsuppressed.
This is over from the portal. It's the portal credit card orders that are the biggest concern because the activity does say to use credit. The rep has to click to use credit, but that information is like behind the scenes. So it's a lot of extra work to look at every single order that's credit card.
Okay.
To see
so they're all in portal. We just want to link it to SAP.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Just for grins, does that affect? Don't we have a user-defined field that already shows them that they want to use a credit?
Not from the portal.
We don't.
It's the rep entered orders on the portal. It goes into an activity. There's no user-defined field for that.
So like that AR field we're using doesn't say use credit on it?
No.
Well, I understand what we're looking at here. It seems like we already did this one. Like I'm actually very surprised at what you just stated. So.
No, because we have to go into the activity. If we suspect that maybe it was entered with use credit, we have to look at the activity to see if that's in fact true or not. Okay. And there's times that we contact the customer to ask if they want to use their credit, and they've already told, so it's causing frustrations.
Yeah, well, I mean, I could definitely see why it's causing frustrations if the feature that we built is not there or working. I could have swore we did this one. So I understand what they're doing here. I'd like to just make sure that it's functioning the way that we designed it.
Okay.
Because it should give you very clear indication of this at the order. So. Shouldn't be anything you have to dig for.
Okay, we can review that.
Yeah, good.
Okay, anything on that one? We ready to move on?
Yep.
Okay. The next one, these next few are from logistics. So Lisa and Amanda's area over there. The first one, they would like a query with a BOEM button on the sales order that shows each time a change was done with the date and a time stamp. Currently, the change log doesn't give you a time stamp, and apparently they need this information so that they can determine, I guess there's cutoff of like noon, when an order gets approved, what, you guys are paying the freight or the customer's paying the freight, and they need to know when certain happen. That's what this is for.
I have to say I didn't follow that entirely.
Let me just get my notes here. Hold on a minute.
So, I mean, the nutshell, Brandy, I think what you will remember is that we, when we were in Salt, we could see exactly the time everything happened.
Yes.
And it's hard to do, it's really hard to do in SAP because they don't display that. And so I think this is just is this a query that displays the times?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll show all every time the fixture was changed and what time it was done. Because right now, if you look at the change log, it does not have the time. It has the different times that it was changed, but it doesn't give the user the times that it happened. So their explanation to me was this has to do with credit hold or when things either get resolved or don't get resolved. They said they have a cutoff of noon Eastern time, and this is part of your agreement with your customers. If the sales order is approved before the cutoff, you may be responsible for additional shipping charges if the order is to be expedited. If it's after the cutoff, the customer pays. So that was the information that they gave me.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
I think we used to use those times.